Taking Things Apart with Tommy.
Hi, welcome to Taking Things Apart with Tommy. Today we are going to take apart this Keurig K Supreme Plus. It saturates the grounds more evenly as the commercial goes. It stopped working on us. It was only dispensing like a couple ounces of coffee at a time. So we called Keurig and they were nice enough to send us another one and told us to trash this one. So I figured, hey, why not take it apart and see how it's made? It might be fun. Maybe you can fix it. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't have any visible screws, so I think it just kind of snaps on. So let's try to do something with it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take just a flathead screwdriver and see if I can just pry this outside off. It seems to just be kind of snapped in, but we'll see. There we go. So it started snapping off. I just kind of wedged in a smaller screwdriver here and just started prying up, and it's kind of snapped. It started to snap off, the cover has. So we're just gonna go around. I think it's all one piece. I'm gonna keep trying to pry around the outside. I'm trying to take it apart without breaking it, even though it is already broken, but that way if it can be reused again, maybe we'll give it away to somebody or something. There are a few pieces breaking as I'm prying it apart. We'll see if those pieces will actually matter when we go to put it back, if we go to put it back together or not. It's hard to tell. A lot of consumer products nowadays aren't really made to be taken apart. So I just got the bottom part pried off, and it kind of has little snaps that kind of snap in here. And I think the little corners of them have been breaking off. So we're just gonna keep trying to go around. I think this is all one piece that goes all the way around. It's got a little top lid here that pries off as well. Inside you can see the little tubes and stuff that it uses to pump the water up. Now this piece here just slid right off and came out. So now we're really down into the guts of the Keurig. So after some prying, we have finally got the outside cover off. So we're down to just the raw mechanism here. It has a lot of little hoses, and there's a little pump here, which probably is what pumps from the reservoir into your coffee cup. It has some little hoses down here that go to the bottom of the tank. So what I'm gonna look for is just to see if there's any obvious reasons why ours is not pumping, but it doesn't seem to be anything. One of the things I was gonna look for is to see if there was any hoses that were clogged, and maybe that was what was causing. It was only spitting out like 2 ounces of coffee. There's another little panel here in the front that also comes apart. We took this other front panel off, and here's the other little inside part of it. You can see the hose another hose that comes down. There's a small control board here on the back, and I don't see any blown capacitors or loose wires or anything like that, so I'm just gonna keep kind of looking at it here. It also has a little ribbon cable that comes off the board and goes up to the top controls up here, and it seems to be in good shape as well. It has a really interesting little, I think this is some sort of valve in here that kind of corkscrews around and goes up. It's like made out of some sort of metal. That's kind of interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. So it is kind of interesting. On the circuit board, there's a trademark for Keurig Dr. Pepper. I didn't know Keurig was owned by Dr. Pepper, but that's interesting to know. Now, all the hoses are actually all wire tied on, so they didn't really want you to mess with this at any point. The little wire ties that are holding them all on, I guess clamps would have cost them 15 cents more. I suspect there's probably something that's gone wrong on the control panel up here at the top, but it doesn't seem to be accessible to be disassembled. There are a couple screws here, but it does seem like that's probably holding the needles in place. So I think it's probably something in the electronics, maybe the switches have gone bad up here at the top or something like that. And even if we could take it apart, I'm sure we wouldn't be able to get a switch or something for it. But down here on the little bottom part of the circuit board, there's a little port that says programming. My suspicion is that probably it's had a little power surge or something at some point, and maybe that's messed up some of the software or a chip or something in there. My suspicion is that it's probably had some sort of software glitch, and that's why it won't dispense out the right amount of coffee. There are lots of little boards. There's another little board on this other little pump up here, and I can't even really get the top part apart. All in all, it's worth to take it apart just to kind of look at it and have fun. If you're working on one yourself in the future, and these hoses I think could get clogged at some point. There's a couple that are kind of small, so if you got some coffee in them or something, I suspect they could probably get clogged. Just keep in mind that you're gonna have a time getting them off there. You'll probably have to cut them and then rewire tie them down. So the main reason I think they advise you using filter water is because these are awful small hoses and they could get some water scale buildup. These actually look pretty good. We used this thing for about 4 or 5 months, I think. And the hoses look pretty good. There's not a lot of buildup in them. We've always used filtered water in it. And they seem to be, the hoses actually look pretty good. So I don't think that'll be an issue. I think what happened with ours is some sort of software glitch or something like that, and that's why it's not dispensing out the right amount of coffee. So, oh well, this thing will probably just go in the garbage, but it was worth taking it apart to try to have some fun with it. So, oh well, it's fun destructing things, I guess. This kind of comes apart here, but I don't see the way it would lift off. So this is all probably kind of put together outside by itself, and I don't really see a way, like I can't even see how this handle comes apart. The little corkscrew metal piece in here, I think that's how they make the pressure so that it spits out coffee onto the things, onto the cups so hard. There are a few loose pieces, and I did discover there is a screw way down here on the bottom. That's what was holding it on, and it kind of broke a little piece in here when I, because I didn't unscrew that. There's one screw on the bottom you may need to take off if you're taking it apart yourself. Oh well, thanks to the people at Keurig for sending us a new one. We do enjoy it. And now we all know what the inside of the Keurig K Supreme Plus that saturates the grounds more evenly looks like. Thanks for watching Taking Things Apart with Tommy. Are you recording now?
I'll flip it up so you can see yourself. Make sure you're into the camera.
Hi, welcome to Taking Things Apart with Tommy.
Nope, that's not a good say. Hi.
Hi. PA's off the set.
Come here. Do you think that face is necessary in doing it?
It's my determination face.
Are the pieces that are gonna hold it back together?
I don't know, we'll find out, won't we?
Does it say recording?
Yes, I think so. Can't really see because of all the lights.
Yes. Coffee never goes through those. Only water does.
The end.
You don't think you can do it apart anymore?
I don't think so. Let's see how that handles.
Visit Carolyn'sBloomingCreations.com